Hello and welcome to this introduction session for Functional Skills English. So my name is Steve Davis and I'm going to be your tutor, guiding you through your functional skills in English. Now, let's just start off with what functional skills are. So they're designed to give you the skills to work in your everyday practice. So it's not just a typical maths lesson or English lesson, but how we apply it back to work. So, for example, with your functional skills, English in nursing care, it's all going to be about, can you read nursing plans? Can you write care plans? Can you speak and listen? So can you do a handover? Can you understand patients' needs, wishes and wants? And are you able to articulate that and come to the right outcomes? So part of your role here is to make sure that you fully understand your roles and responsibilities first. And then apply that to your roles. So again, it really is important. Skills for Care state that we must have a minimum of the minimum core for English. So that's reading, writing, and speaking and listening. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen with you in a minute, and then hopefully we'll be able to have a look at this in a bit more detail to make sure that you're fully aware of what this is, so we don't have to worry about it too much. So let's have a look. Here we can see that the functional skills are being delivered through the award and organisation called NCFE. There is a video up here so you can watch it, but it's more of a sales and marketing video for the training providers. You can see that their foundation skills for learners to progress through their skill sets. And, you know, they're meant to be an alternative to GCSEs, and they obviously lead you into vocational pathways. So every single apprenticeship standard has a functional skills requirement for you to pass through Gateway. So it's really important that we do this. If you want to progress in nursing, then you're going to need your functional skills minimum level 2 in English, maths. And I don't think it will be long before digital skills are there, but they're not at the moment. However, we do our digital skills suite anyway. So the way in which the courses are delivered, they're delivered online through your Canvas portal. There'll be videos explaining each part. So you watch the video, you read the stuff, and then you'll be ready for your endpoint assessment. Now, your endpoint assessment can be delivered in 3 ways. It can be delivered online. So that's where we invigilate you and you do a multiple choice test online. You can do a paper-based, so we need to order that paper and we come out and deliver it to you. Or there's remote invigilation where the computer monitors you doing your invigilation. So let's just talk about what should be done at the beginning. So you would have completed your BKSB initial assessment. During your BKSB initial assessment, it gives you an idea of what level you're working at. So most, if not all of the apprenticeships are going to be at level 2 functional skills that you're going to need for an apprenticeship. So this is what we're looking at here. And again, online, you can see here that there's a list of resources. So if we click on English and we scroll down and we look at level 2, for example, it will take us to the resources and the support stuff here. So there's support material there for you. There's learner guidance, checklists and things for you to have a look at. There's some assessment materials. So if you want to look at practice exams, you can do past practice papers to have a look at what they look like. There's teaching materials going to work. That's for us. So that's how we deliver. And again, the unit breakdowns. And the unit breakdowns here are 3 areas of speaking, listening and communicating, reading and writing. So the speaking and listening and communicating is a practical assessment. So I will be observing you speak, listen and communicate, but the reading and writing are multiple choice tests. So they're online. Now, when you log in to Canvas, so again, when you log in, you've got your home button, announcements, is anything that I'm announcing, some notifications, things to keep up. Assessments are just practice tests, so things that you can do to keep an eye on things. Discussions will be things that I post on a regular basis. Your grades will look at how you're progressing and how things are being marked. People, who's involved. Pages are all of these. So it's all the pages that we've put together to build this. Your syllabus looks at the syllabus for the course, and then you've got your modules there. So to begin with then, here, if we go into our functional skills resources, you can see here we've got an online practice test. So we would click at level 2, start the test, and you can go through that, and it will give you an idea of where you're at. Now, the CGP resources are extremely good. You can buy these on Amazon, and basically what happens is you get a course code at the front of your book, and then you can log in online and do more practice stuff if you need to. But basically, we'll just quickly run through this so you can see what a practice test looks like. Mark test. So there you go, you scored 4 out of 15, and it gives you an idea of what the exam looks like, and you can review your answers to understand why you got that. So that's quite nice. It gives you a bit of confidence built in there. So that's a free resource. We hit next. And again, here we're looking at the book. So this is the book. You can see it's £8.99. But in here, when you open it up, on the first page, I don't know whether you can see that. It's not going to show you, of course it's not. But on the page before, so page 1, it says, welcome to the book, and there's a course code and a website. And if you put that course code into that website, it runs through that. But equally here, you can see the course is designed in line with the syllabus. So for example, spotting different types of text. In your endpoint assessment or in your endpoint exam for reading, you have to be able to spot different types of text. So is it an advert? Is it a newspaper? Is it an article? Is it a journal? So that's there. So let's go back. And then you've got your maths practice one there. So we'll cover that one in a couple of days' time. Equally, I've put in a resource called Grammarly. There are now multiple AIs. I will update this. There's multiple AIs in which you can use. The eye of assistive technologies, they will help you improve your writing skills because they review the way you're writing and they look at the depth and breadth of what you're doing. So if we look then at the modules, so the modules, as we've already said, for English is 3: speaking, reading, and writing. And under the writing, there. So speaking and listening first, you're going to run through this. As you go through this, there is a presentation at the bottom. There is an example of the assessment and an example of the presentation. And when we start our weekly classes, we will be covering each of these things so you know exactly what we're covering. Equally for reading, as we go through reading, this is what you need to learn for reading, again there, and then writing, spelling, punctuation, and grammar. We've got that there. So again, we've got our writing there to go through. Once you've done that, you'll be ready to sit the exam. So it's not too terribly difficult. It shouldn't be this massive fear factor that everyone makes it. The resources we've given you are all up to date. It's all to do with the new curriculum, so you've got nothing to worry about there. But hopefully you found this video useful. It just gives you the overview of what your functional skills English are. So I wish you all the best of luck. And you know where I am if you need us. We've got our inbox there where you can inbox us. But it is down to you to carry on and work your way through this stuff on a weekly basis. So I wish you all the best of luck. Take care. Bye for now.